One of my favorite things to do is to be out in the club.
The club.
Some cutie comes up, I love your earrings. And I go, try them on for a spell. Find me later. You know what I mean? Tell me that's not hot. Y'all can steal that.
Y'all can steal that. You heard? Ooh, baby, welcome to another episode of Why Won't You Date Me, a podcast where me, Nicole Byer, was trying to figure out why I was so single, even though you could come in my nose and tell me it's Flonase. My guest today is an actor, a writer who wrote and starred in Dix, the musical. His one-man show, Ta-da, is now playing in Greenwich. Greenwich?
The Greenwich House Theater.
The Greenwich House Theater. Also, this person was on my, I think, 100th episode that I did live and ran into a man that I had fucked. Anyway, it's Josh. Josh Sharp.
The vocal work it's paid off. You've been seeing a coach, right? A singing coach?
I actually have.
Really? Wait, I love that.
And I won't disclose their name because I'm doing poorly.
No. Wait, I do want to get into that because I was remembering that coming over. I was like, oh, it's so good to finally do the podcast. I was like, oh, wait, I did it before, but we'd done a show in Boston where I opened for you.
Yes.
And then after did the podcast live in front of these Bostonians. And I don't remember being exactly sober. Do you know what I mean?
No, I was not sober.
I feel like by the time of the pod, I was verging in a brownout space.
A nightlight toasty mood.
So this is certainly, the first time I'm doing it where I'm in the pocket. I have acuity.
You've only had a couple of beverages.
Yeah, and they're all of the coffee and water variety.
I'm hopped up on coffee as well.
But yes, you did see a man who you had sex with.
I did, and it was wild. I was like, why are you here? This is truly astounding.
Yeah.
And then I think we exchanged numbers again, and then we had texted. And then, I don't know if I said this to you or anybody, I saw him again at my favorite restaurant, and I just simply didn't talk to him.
Now, the show, I understand how he knew you were there. Unfortunately, we post our tour dates, et cetera, et cetera.
We do.
The restaurant, I assume you had not given any indication you were going to be there.
Not at all.
So this man either had a clairvoyance or is a stalker or got really lucky.
Or it was a restaurant in the old neighborhood that I lived in and he lived in. So he was just out to dinner with his life.
But you didn't acknowledge?
No. And I don't think he saw me. And I was not my usually gregarious self. I was like, hush, hush.
You're known for your gregarity.
Everyone says Nicole Byer, gregarity.
Well, that's a Gregor right there. The noun of someone who is gregarious, a Gregor.
A Gregor. You're a real Gregor over there. Josh, tell me about your clip-ons.
Oh, this is actually good because I've been
talking about it earlier.
I've been doing several podcasts this week to promote the big, off-Broadway run.
Ta-da!
And when I say all of these people, they're making me wear headphones, I have to take off my clip-ons. Podcast culture is homophobic in that way. This is the first podcast that let me be bare-eared.
I'm an ally.
Yes, let my ears breathe.
I'm an ally. I let the ears breathe.
Yes, your lovely producer asked about them, and I did a thing I often do where I said, they're clip-ons. Do you want to try them on?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try them on?
Yeah.
I like these ones because they look like CD-ROMs.
They do look like CD-ROMs.
Don't they?
If you remember, the kids watching will not know what... No, I'm kidding. I think everyone knows what a CD-ROM is.
I hope. God, we're old, though. We're in our 70s now.
I'm 76 years old.
First time I did the podcast was when we were on the Borscht Belt.
Oh, my God. I can't put these on. What's the Borscht Belt?
Isn't that where in the early 20s, all the vaudeville comedians would go in the mountains, in the Catskills?
Ow! These hurt.
These ones hurt a little.
Oh, my Lord. I simply can't wear a clip-on.
That's okay. You had them for a moment. One of my favorite things to do is to be out in the club.
The club.
Some cutie comes up, I love your earrings. And I go, try them on for a spell. Find me later. You know what I mean? Tell me that's not hot. Y'all can steal that.
Y'all can steal that. You heard?
We're already skipping to the end of the podcast where you're like, what advice do you have for single people? Clip-ons.
Clip-ons. Clip-on earrings. Well, you're not single.
No, I'm not.
You've been partnered for 11 years
11
this year.
plus years.
Oh, how wild.
And I set it off, but I'll say it on for accountability because he'll hear this. He's a big fan of yours. Perhaps the biggest of, and we have some funny friends, but
we do
your
have
name
some
comes
funny
up
friends.
a lot.
That makes me so happy because I think he is such a little dream, a little joy.
Do you know what he texted me right before I came in?
What he text you?
He said to me, he's going to really like this.
What he say?
He said,
come on, what he say?
Tell me about her, okay? Because I love her. And I said, I know. I think she loves you too. He goes, well, just make sure she knows every single thing about me. So I guess we have to talk about every single thing. That's the whole pod.
Where was he born?
Oh, God. In a one-stoplight town in rural Georgia.
Wait, really?
Actually, yeah. We're both rural Southern boys.
You are a Southern boy. You're from North Carolina.
North Carolina. And culturally, they're very different, actually. South Carolina is a swamp, literally.
Mm-hmm.
It's a humid swamp, and well, people are gonna be mad. The people there feel of that way. You know, they're swamp people.
Swamp people.
Whereas North Carolina is sort of lovely. It's got the mountains, it's got the beach. There's actually a whole history of like progressive, like civil rights stuff that happened there. Like it's much more like interesting and purple than people think. Whereas South Carolina is a swamp.
It is a swamp. Columbia, South Carolina, is that a place?
Swamp.
I believe I went there.
Probably. Did you sink into the mire, into the muck?
No, I did go to the Slave Museum.
Sure, I bet. And which side was it on?
Pro
or anti?
A lot of white people had a lot of things to say. And I was like, I think this is your moment to not talk.
I sure do bet.
Sure do bet. Just maybe be a little quiet.
Yeah.
You know? And then it was funny because I was walking around and people always say it's a very charming place. And for me, I was
depending on your race.
I was like, it's not charming. This is like y'all wanted to freeze time on slavery or Jim Crow era. And that's what it felt like to me.
And there's certainly a lot of aspects. I mean, we're really getting into it that like
we are.
That like I'm sure there are people down there who have like reckoned and confronted with these things, and there's ways to find it. But a lot of times they're just like, and this is the old slave block corner. And as if it's just sort of a cute thing. Like, we don't do that anymore, but
but wasn't it fun?
Like,
I mean, the plantation that burned down after Annabelle arrived. Did you hear about that?
No, you're going to have to say more.
Mars's face is really funny. Okay, so Annabelle, the haunted doll.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Everyone knows Annabelle. Honestly, if you're listening to this and don't know Annabelle, never listen again.
Pick up a fucking book, educate yourself, get involved.
Pick up a book and find out where the movie can be streamed and watch it.
Yes. So Annabelle is an old Raggedy Ann doll. I didn't know that. I thought she was she had her own identity.
No.
But she is a licensed Raggedy Ann doll and she is on tour. I don't know if she's currently on tour, but when she arrived in Louisiana, 10 inmates escaped. 2 are still at large.
This just happened?
Yep, this happened like 3 weeks ago.
This is breaking news.
And then one of the biggest plantations in Louisiana burned down.
Oh, my. And you think Annabelle did it?
I think Annabelle did it.
I know Annabelle did it.
Get her to D.C., let her wreak havoc.
That is so good. Annabelle's out there wrecking havoc.
Annabelle's having a nice time burning shit down.
All y'all are like, oh, fight fascism, posting Instagram stories. Be like Annabelle. Get in these streets and burn shit down.
Yes, be like Annabelle. You heard it here first on Why Won't You Date Me?
You guys
be like Annabelle.
Resharing Miss Rachel thinking that's the whole work. That's part of the work, but get in these streets and burn shit down like Annabelle the Haunted Doll.
Miss Rachel is a woman who wears overalls and speaks to the kids.
Yes, and she's been like so vocally pro-Palestine in a way that a lot of famous people are not. And
I love it.
She's just like, it's about children dying. Like, it's the most obvious thing to say in the world.
Honestly, 1, it is the most obvious thing to say in the world. 2, those are her people that she's talking to. If there's less of them, she has less of an audience. I mean, yikes. Anywho, so you and your partner are open.
This is true. This is true. What a segue. This is true.
You know, they call me Nicole Seamless.
This is true. Which I feel like I know from talking to you is not a journey for you and your partner. That's not what you want.
No. I simply could not fathom them fucking anybody else. It makes me like, I'm not enough. And I know that's not what it is.
Well, but this is what I think. I'm not one of those people who thinks everyone needs to be in one, especially now. I feel like I used to talk about it more like on stage and stuff. These days, everybody's grandmother is poly. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Everyone is poly.
And there's also aspects that I know you deal with where I'm like, there's another person who's in this too. So these days, I'm like, I don't get into too many of the specifics of it. But what I think on a like big level is like, what I believe you have to do is sort of honor the idea that you might find other people attractive.
Yes.
Do you have to act on that? No. But so many relationships are built on the lie that I will only find you attractive.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually think it's important that even if you don't want to be open, that you just are allowed to tell your boyfriend, like, isn't that person hot? And they're like, totally. That's sometimes I think all that you need to do.
I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And then if you can act on that in ways that are healthy and communicative and don't cause jealousy, I'm like, then do it. It can be fun.
Yeah, why not? I personally would just be so fucking jealous.
Yeah, so then it's like, sounds like it's not for you.
No, not for me. Close me up, baby.
But we're getting into it. I forget how much of this you like to talk about. Do you still look at porn?
Of course I look at porn.
And so you'll look at other people and stuff.
Yes.
So that's what I mean. It's like, great, slay, you're doing it.
But I love looking at porn where the people look like me.
Yeah, I get that.
I love it so much because then I get to like imagine me on it.
Uh-huh.
Me on it?
Yeah.
Me in the porn?
Did y'all ever look at porn together?
No, we haven't.
Can be fun.
Maybe I'll bring it up. Maybe I'll be like, hey, you want to watch a nasty little movie? You want to get a little horny?
In the theaters, of course.
Yes. Mission Impossible. The Final Reckoning. It's just him sucking dick.
Are there still porno theaters in LA? I think there's not in New York, but for some reason, LA feels like it still has some of that seediness. Because, Giuliani cleaned up Times Square or whatever.
I know. What an
asshole.
And
we'll never forgive him for it.
We'll never forgive him.
You and I used to be va-va-voom, turning tricks.
I was turning tricks, showing my thighs to people.
It was actually our thighs that led Rudy to go,
and then Giuliani said, no more.
No more.
And then he said, but I will go to Total Landscaping and let my hair dye. Here's the thing. That man got a rinse. I don't think he was getting a hair dye.
No.
And when you have a rinse, you can't be sweating.
No.
Because the color's just going to come right out.
It's not going to be right.
I can't believe I'm still talking about Total Landscaping 8 years later or something.
It's one of the funniest things that's ever happened.
It's so...
For that to be the incorrect...
4 Seasons Landscaping?
Yes,
that's what it was.
For that to be the incorrect booking is incredible.
And then they double down.
I've done UCB Tour Co. You have too. I've done some shitty gigs.
Lord.
But 4 Season Landscaping... That is the funniest thing. That's the funniest booking of all time.
So iconic that they made a mistake and they said, we're going to do it right
and we're
here.
That they showed up and said, well, we still have to do it, of course.
We have to.
Any other producer, I think, would say like, so here's the thing.
It's the wrong venue, so we're just going to take the loss.
We're going to put out a memo that says we're going to make up some bullshit and push it till next week.
The L.
And we're going to take the L.
No, I need to sweat in front of these cameras.
You don't even have to take an L. You could just sort of lie and have it be a neutral. You could take an N and be like, next week we're going to do it at Real 4 Seasons and we're going to lie to you all about why.
Yep.
We're going to say, Rudy's got a little cough. Rudy, he's got a little cough. So
instead, he said, I need to look like an ice cream cone all melted up.
I don't even remember what he was talking about.
Nobody does.
Yeah. Maybe it was urgent. Maybe it was pressing.
He really faded away, didn't he?
I guess he did. I think he's on Cameo, though.
I can get a cameo with melting Rudy Giuliani.
I wonder how much it costs for him to do it in front of the 4 Seasons Total Landscaping.
Probably more than we could afford.
Probably more than we could afford. That's true. But good on him. I don't knock the hustle. I don't knock the hustle from my mayor.
My mayor.
America's mayor.
Rudy Giuliani.
Oh, gosh.
Wait, can you tell me? Wait, first we have to take a break.
I'd love that.
This ad is by Betterhelp. Workplace stress is no joke, especially right now. Everyone I know is feeling stretched thin. The hours are longer, the pay isn't going up, and we're all just trying to keep our heads above water. In times like these, it's important more than ever to take care of your mental health. See, for me, I like to walk my dog every morning to clear my head, and I make time for my TV shows like And Just Like That and 90 Day Fiancé, but sometimes those guilty pleasures don't quite cut it. And that's when talking to someone really helps. If you're feeling overwhelmed, therapy can help you work through it. I've talked about therapy a lot on this podcast, and I honestly swear by it. It's helped me set boundaries, manage relationship anxieties, and just, feel better. And BetterHelp makes it easy to start. It's the world's largest online therapy platform with over 30,000 therapists and more than 5 million people served globally. You can schedule sessions that actually work with your life, and you can switch therapists at any time, which is really important because finding a good therapist is kind of like dating. You got to just get rid of the ones that don't work for you. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Unwind from work with BetterHelp. My listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/dateme. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/dateme. It's summertime, baby, and that means it's time to go outside and entertain. I love having friends over. When the weather's warm, we eat, we laugh, we sit around, and we gossip. And now, thanks to Wayfair, I finally have a cozy setup that is perfect for get-togethers. I grabbed these super cute planters from Wayfair from my tomatoes in my backyard because, yes, I'm a farmer, and I love showing them off while I entertain. Like, that's just some crops I grew because I'm a farmer. I also picked up string lights and set the vibe and made it all nice, and there's comfy chairs for everyone who actually wants to stay. Wayfair has everything: grills, dining sets, outdoor bars, cornhole, umbrellas, you name it. It's a one-stop shop for making your space feel like a backyard oasis. And the best part, the prices are amazing and shipping is free, even on the big stuff. No surprise fees, no dragging furniture through a store, just click and relax. Shop outdoor furniture, grills, lawn games, and way more for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to explore a huge outdoor section. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. Josh, we're back from the break.
At last!
At last, the break
God, I
lasted
loved
for
those
so
products
long.
and services.
Me too. That's why I did the ad break.
You wanted to share from the bottom of your heart your earnest affection for all these products and services.
Yes, I did.
My God.
But I do want to talk about your Christmas card that you send out every year.
Yeah.
It's so cute,
Thank
and
you.
I love it so much.
Thank you.
One year I got just a picture of you naked laying down,
Sure.
just tushy out.
Uh-huh.
I still have it.
That's good.
It's the only Christmas card that I've gotten from somebody that I've kept, and I think I might frame it.
And then you have a lot of my family ones, too, where it's me and my cute family.
Your family's so adorable, and y'all just seem like you love each other, and
Honestly,
that's nice.
yes. It's fun. I
That's
feel lucky.
nice.
Because I know that's not everyone's journey.
No,
But we
a
really
lot of
do.
people hate their families.
No, we really do. You know what a lot of it is, well, it's many things. I do think we always liked each other,
Mhm.
but my mom passed away like 15 years ago. You know
Mhm.
this. And I do feel like it really like calcified the relationship of the rest of us. Not that it was
Yeah.
like negative before, but it brought us in so tight. And that
Yeah.
has like not changed since.
I love that because families can go two ways
Mhm.
when a matriarch dies. It's like either the family falls apart or the
Mhm.
family gets stronger. And I love that yours is the latter.
Yeah, it really was.
It's simply just so sweet.
Did any of that happen with you and your parents and your sister?
You know, I think after my mom died, my dad just didn't really know how to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if it was now and therapy is so talked
Yeah.
about, I think he probably would have gotten into therapy.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been a little bit better. And then after my dad died, me and my sister did get closer in a way where we were like, it's just the two
I
of
know.
us. So we have to choose to talk to each other on the phone. We have to choose to get along. We have to choose our battles, essentially.
Mhm.
Like, I don't get mad at her about anything, really, because I'm like, you're living your life. And if we have a disagreement, we just agree to disagree.
Yeah, which is a thing you can choose.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, in some ways I'm like, it's hard now. I mean, it's also been a long amount of time. So I don't have as much sadness because I'm sort of like, what a gift. What a lovely gift.
That's a nice way to think about it.
It is. It is. Yes.
I love it.
And you can hear more about that in my off-Broadway show, Josh Sharp Ta-Da. Tickets available now at joshsharptada.com.
And I gotta say, it's an incredible show. I've
I know
seen
you
it workshop.
Yeah, you opened for the workshop of
I
it.
haven't seen the full ta-da, the
It'll be
full shebang.
Fun to do it in the real... well, first of all, it's the Greenwich House Theater, which you know because that was the site of Immersive Sweeney, Todd and the Pie Shop in 2019. I'm sure you were there. You could sit at the tables. They'd serve you pie. They'd jump up on them and dance around. Sweeney and the gang. So it's sort of my birthright as a gay man to get to do my show there. This is sort of what we're promised. That you get to haunt the former home of Immersive Sweeney, Todd and the Pie Shop. You know what I mean?
That's wild because there's people in the pies.
Oh, I know. I actually, because someone asked me recently, they were like,
Spoiler.
how were the pies? And I was like, oh, girl, I sat in the balcony. I did one of the seats where I was like, I ain't doing all that. Like they had the seats that were like, do you want the actors to get in your face or do you not? And I was like, nope, sure don't.
Simply don't want
And then
that.
someone was like, I wonder if the pies were good. And it is funny because it's like, well, they have to have been bad, right? Because that's sort of what the text is that she makes the worst pies in London.
Yes.
If you go to Immersive Sweeney Todd and the pies are good, then you go, well, this is going to be a shitty production.
You're doing something wrong.
They've missed, well, I'm in for a bad show.
It's going to be a terrible show. This pie is delicious.
I don't even think they've read it. You know what I mean?
I hope they serve cherry pie because it looks like
blood.
Bloody people.
That's fun. Do you like immersive theater?
No, I don't like immersive theater.
No.
Get out of here. Leave me alone.
Again, we've done enough improv. That's immersive enough.
It's very immersive, especially when you're doing a sound and movement. You're like, whoa, whoa, ah, whoa, ah. You're making weird noises and shit. People are like, this is art.
If you and I do improv again, well, one day you'll do it with Aaron and I when you're in New York.
I would love to.
We should do a sound and movement opening. I haven't done one in a full decade. But don't you feel like the three of us
but we should.
Sound and movement opening?
Also, you changed your name from Big Fat Fatties? Or are you still Big Fat Fatties?
Well, me and Aaron and Langan were Big Fat Fatties.
Yes.
But now me and Aaron just do the Bell House where it's always like us and a guest. So we don't call it anything.
I don't know. I think you should bring back Big Fat Fatties.
I know. If Langan does it, we'll call it Big Fat Fatties.
It's such a funny name.
You know what it is? I believe this, and I'll stake a claim on it. But, you can cancel us all you want. But I just think the sound of those words is so funny.
Big Fat Fatties.
Big Fat Fatties. Like divorced from meaning. It's just a nice sound.
Big Fat Fatties.
But it's not trying to imply that Big Fat Fatties are anything other than great.
Big Fat Fatties are great. I love a Big Fat Fatty.
And we're three of the skinniest, lanky, little skinny minis. Which
is funny because if people don't know who you are and they go to the show and they're like, wait, where are the fatties?
Yeah.
I was promised a fatty.
One time, do you remember Ryan Williams, who used to be a UCB person?
Yes, of course.
One time he was making fun of me and Aaron, who are both lanky, gangly guys.
Very tall.
And he was trying to imagine the two of us having sex. And he went, like a net full of king crabs. And I've never forgotten that.
That's
what a read.
So funny.
Y'all two having sex would be like a net full of king crabs, he said.
That is truly iconic.
So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it would be too many limbs.
It'd be too many limbs. Do you find that you and your partner's body shapes fit well together for sex? A lot of sex is geometry, and they don't want to talk about that.
It is.
You can have all the chemistry in the world. If the angles aren't right, nothing's happening.
I fully agree. And that's why, I've dated fatties. I've dated fatties, and it's just, not worked with our fat bodies. But you could get, a pillow and, really adjust it. But here's the thing. I don't want to do work. I just wanted to get it in there.
You want it in there?
Just get in there and then come all over me.
Sure.
Let the rain come down
on my face,
my skin. I don't know.
Up in my nose, call it Flonase. Call back to the opening.
It was a lovely callback.
Thank you so much. That's that UCB training that we have.
Tell me a little bit about your show, please. Tell the listeners about your show.
I'd love to. It'll be July 7th through August 23rd. Sam Pinkelton's directing of Oh Mary fame.
Yes.
Sam's directing. Mike and Carly are producing it, who did Oh Mary and also did Jacqueline Novak's show and Kate Berlant's show and Mike Birbiglia. So I feel like in many ways it's one of those sort of theatrical stand-up storytelling jokes kind of shows. And I do actually talk about my mom some because she bullied me out of the closet before she died and tell a bunch of gross sex stories and that kind of thing. But then it's all inside of this device where I have a 2,000 slide PowerPoint and I've memorized all the cues and it's really hard. So you're sort of seeing me do one of those shows while juggling this other thing, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. And it's funny because I watched it backstage.
I know, you couldn't see that part.
I couldn't see any of the slideshow. Yeah. And you came back and you're like, I hit them all. Da-da-da. And I was like, you hit all of what? And you're like, the slide. And I was like, oh, I thought that was a bit.
I was like, no, I've made myself memorize 2,000 cues for no reason.
Listen, there is a reason.
Yeah.
Comedy is hard. Comedy is an art. It's such an art.
Well, and with this, I realized, I was like, if I'm going to do one of these where people are paying more than Bell House prices, less than Broadway, but it's a real theatrical experience. And I have a bunch of stunty cunty designers and directors. There's a team. But I was like, I want you to see that I worked fucking hard for you. Also, it's just funny to me. It's funny to me to give yourself an impossible task. And it means a lot of times I'm saying one thing and you're reading different jokes behind me. You know what I mean? So it's there's a lot going on while I'm doing this.
I love it.
It feels fun.
Going back to your earrings, have you ever taken them off and been like, find me later? And then someone's like, ew, no.
Basically, no. Not in that way. If someone says no, it's just because they honestly are either they have ears pierced, they're like, I don't want to do it. Which I'm always like, no, find a place. I think that's fun to clip them on top and stuff.
No, find a place.
Or they're just like, clip-ons always hurt my ears. I'm like, oh, well then don't then. Oh, I don't want to cause you pain.
Or maybe you do.
But no one's ever said ooh, but I guess sometimes in those spaces, is anyone going to be like, that's too... unhygienic for me to share earlobes. It's like you're in a queer club.
Yeah, you're
People
having a
swapping
nice time.
spit, I bet.
Remember we went to West Hollywood. I cannot remember, but there was a hole competition and a woman entered and everyone booed her hole.
A hole competition?
Yeah, show your hole, your butt.
Wait, where was that?
It was
why am I not
somewhere
remembering
in West
this?
Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. Wait, did you ever go with me back in the day to BFD? There used to be a bar called Foo Bar.
I've been to Foo Bar.
Okay, so Foo Bar was like from New York and then
Yes.
closed down and said, we'll reopen in LA, which no one's ever done. You know what I mean? It's like usually a bar closes and they move 2 blocks.
Yes.
But it felt like a New York bar. It was like seedy and gross.
Maybe that's where it was.
Well, they used to have a thing called BFD, Big Fucking Dick. And people would go in back and let a drag queen take a Polaroid of their cock.
Yes.
And then they'd hang them on a clothesline.
Yes.
And at the end of the night, everyone would clap for their favorite dick and you would get like a pitcher of beer or something.
Maybe that's what it was.
That's
no,
what
but
I
I
think.
feel like it was a show your hole contest because there was a woman who entered and everyone booed when they saw her picture.
Well, I don't like that. I don't like that. I can't remember if that.
I don't
can't remember
mind
that.
it. I think that's funny.
But she got booed?
Maybe it was show your dick, and maybe that's why it was a boo.
Maybe.
Because it was like, well, show your dick and you don't have one.
And she showed a hole.
She showed a hole.
Maybe that was
Nobody
it.
wanted the hole.
Which is, you know.
They wanted the pole.
But I guess, you like hole too, right? You like both.
I like hole. I like pole. I like
good.
all of it.
It's fun.
I refuse to label myself.
I know. I think that's good. But even if you were just like down the line straight, I'd be like, well, eat his ass. Come on. There's holes on boys. There's holes on
Here's
everybody.
the thing about eating straight men's ass.
Yeah, good point.
Sometimes it's not always clean.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you say, you got to head thee to the shower.
You got to really teach them, don't you?
Clean up that butt.
You got to really teach them.
Thank God my
house train
partner
them.
has a clean butt.
Sasheer used to have that bit about house training, right? Like house training your boyfriend and then breaking up and being like, but I taught you all these tricks for the next one. Right?
Which is such a good joke.
It's a perfect joke.
So funny.
Wouldn't change a syllable.
Certainly wouldn't. Am I having a stroke?
Sasheer.
My God.
Hi, Sasheer.
I saw.
Do you know Sasheer was like my first New York friend?
This I did know because
we like met at a volunteer. We were both like working at AmeriCorps. It was like an AmeriCorps job. And truly like met on the first day and she was like, I'm in UCB 201. I was like, I just signed up for UCB 101.
What year was this?
2009. How about that?
Because I swear on my dead mother, because she's dead.
Yeah.
And my dead daddy. They're all dead.
Okay, you've got twice the powers I have.
I think I met her in 2008.
You met Sasheer? Okay.
But she claims to have not moved to New York until 2009.
She did move before me, but I was freshly there in August 2009 and met Sasheer. So she moved before me, but still could be true that it was in 2009. There's actually several months before August, I'm realizing. So she could have moved in one of those. Yeah. But you really think it was 2008?
I really do.
Is it something about the election? What, why do you remember 2008?
Because that's when I started doing UCB, and I feel like I started doing UCB and then met her very quickly. But maybe a whole year went by. I don't know.
I recently, because this like PR agency for my show was like going to do targeted ads, which by the way, keep getting sent to me.
Yeah,
like,
you're the target. You got to make it to the show.
I'm already there every time. Also, you're trying to sell tickets. I'm the one person who doesn't have to buy a ticket.
Yeah, you get a lot of comms.
It's like, you're so right, you're wrong now. I'm absolutely the target, but I'm not going to leave
I'll
the sales.
tell you, I bet you targeted ads are powered by AI, and AI is
probably.
so right that it's wrong. It's
Probably.
bad.
That's
Stop
true.
using ChatGPT.
Don't even use it for fun. I don't even like it as a joke.
Did you know people have ChatGPT like relationships? That movie Her is becoming, so many movies are becoming reality. What do you mean ChatGPT is your boyfriend?
It's not right.
You just talk to your fucking phone all day every day?
It's not right.
What is happening?
It's not right.
Can we talk about your accident or no?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So
Which I also do bring up in the show, unfortunately. I feel it feels like we keep doing promo, but literally it is in Josh Sharp Tada. Tickets on sale now at joshsharptada.com.
Ta-da!
But yeah, we can't.
You were in Puerto Vallarta and you got taken by the water.
Apparently, I have no memory of what happened because I hit my head.
What's the last thing you remember?
The last thing I remember is I was going into the water and I wasn't very deep. I was only up to like my knees. I was like starting to go in, not swimming. And I remember seeing this massive wave about to come. And then I remember hearing people who were in deeper than me go, fuck, that's a big wave.
Uh-huh.
I have nothing. So I don't remember the instant where I must have hit my head.
Uh-huh.
And I come to like an hour later and I'm on the beach talking to this Canadian nurse and I'm just like, who are you? And she'd been talking to me forever, apparently.
You were talking?
Yeah. I don't remember what I was saying, but I just remember coming to talking to her and just being like, I'm sorry, I'm so confused. And luckily she was a nurse. And she truly was like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You took a hit. And, But she pieced together that basically this massive wave sort of like rocked everybody. She hadn't seen me at this point. And she was like, after these 3 waves passed, you were just like unconscious, drowned, floating face down.
Oof.
And so they went and grabbed me and pulled my body in and luckily knew how to like get me to cough up a bunch of water. And then I like came back and then they sat me up and talked to me for like 30 minutes. And I was just like, who am I? Where am I?
Oh.
Do you want to know the best part?
Yes.
They said what I've learned from her, which I need to talk to her again, but I've sort of not wanted to. I got a report through my brother and I was like, I sort of need to let it just be what I know and not like learn every detail. I didn't know my name. I didn't know where I was. The only thing I knew is I was like, I'm from New York. Fully concussed, rep my city down, bitch. I was just like, I'm from New York. I'm so confused. I'm from New York. They're like, do you know your name, sweetie? Like, I'm from New York. Baby, do you know where you are? No. I'm from New York.
Josh, that is so fucking funny.
Don't you love that?
I simply love that. That is truly
concussed.
wild.
The part of my psyche was like, let go of who you are.
But
let go of where you are. But hold on deeply that you've lived in New York for 16 years.
Wherever I am, I'm on the beach. Send me back to New York to figure out who I am. That's so scary, though. I got a text from you explaining what happened. And I was like, Josh, what?
What's also crazy is it's like, that is like such an insane thing to happen. But one, I don't know any of the insane parts. Like my poor boyfriend was the one who like dealt with it. Because then even the hours after that are sort of dodgy for me where I'm like in and out a little bit. Like I sort of remember it. He lived through like more than I did. But also that it's like then, so I went to the hospital because I had water in my lungs and they're like, you're going to catch pneumonia. Like we have to make sure you're good. 2 days later, I was fine. And they're like, all right, go home and rest. It's just like that like crazy shit can happen to you. And 2 days later, they're like,
they go, goodbye.
Could have died, but didn't. Get back out there, kid.
Go back to New York.
Truly. And then I had sort of a 4-month depression and then came out of it. You know, it certainly brought up a bunch of shit where I was like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
So it both feels like this massive thing that happened and also like, isn't that funny? You almost died. You know, it feels like the biggest thing in the world. And also just like, I hear something crazy happened to me.
I hear something crazy happened
Streets is saying I almost died.
Word on the street is, I was almost a dead boy. I have not had a near-death experience, but I did go to the hospital for alcohol poisoning when I was 17, and they let you leave still legally drunk. They let you leave at 0.08, the hospital.
Just in any part of the country?
I believe so.
You think we were still in Puerto Vallarta with that rule?
Nope. As long as you were at the legal limit, you were okay to leave. So I was like drunk in a hospital being like, how do I get home?
Well, you know what else is funny? Because it was PV, again, I was there like 2 nights. The care was lovely. This doctor was wonderful. The water left my lungs, so they were like, you're good. And I had a concussion, but they were basically like, you just need a rest. Like, because it's like when you sprain a muscle, you rest it. They're like, if you have a brain concussion, they're just like sleep like a motherfucker. Yeah. So for like a month, I was like dizzy sometimes. And I royally fucked up my voice. So that like took a month to come back because I just like truly, this is sort of bleak. I went to my throat doctor because I've had polyps before because I was like, my voice is crazy. And he scoped it with the camera and showed me. And he was like, it's covered in bruises. And he's like, you basically must have been like, your body was just sort of like violently trying to not drown. Like you were just like choking on water violently to not drown. And it didn't totally work. And then luckily this woman saved me. So it was just like my voice was fucked up. I actually now find myself getting like feelings about it. Because it's weird to talk about these things where I was like, I don't have memory of this thing that happened in my body. It's crazy. But anyway, other than that, it was fine. But the thing, what was I going to say?
Other than that, it was fine.
I got on a tangent.
It's okay.
This is why. Because you're bringing up the drunk of it all. When I left 2 days later, the doctor like sees me out, this lovely doctor, and he's like, and no more drinking and swimming. And I was totally sober. But because it was just a freak accident that happened.
Yes.
But because it's Puerto Vallarta,
they're like, you were
another drunk gay guy who drowned himself. I'm like, no, my dude. I don't know what happened, but I think I actually sort of have a theory that it was like a sort of normal tumble and I hit my head on a rock or something because I wasn't in deep. But I love that he was like, No more drinking and drowning.
Drinking and drowning,
I was like,
my friend.
see why you'd think that.
And you're like,
it's not what occurred.
Cool. Yeah, that's so wild. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, but I do.
And yet I didn't. But yes, it was a wild couple of months to deal with the aftermath of it.
But I do love that
I received your sorry.
Hey, thank you for receiving.
Therapists would tell me sometimes to like let other people's things in and not just be like, it's fine.
I do that all the time where I'm like, whatever, it's fine.
It's fine.
I had someone the other day who's like, just take the compliment. And I was like, okay, sorry about it. It's really hard to like receive nice things sometimes.
How are you finding that? This is really good, Mars. I'm bringing it back to the topic in your relationship, which I feel like this is like the most serious relationship you've had as long as I've known you.
Yeah.
And with a coupling, it is hard to like get yourself to like take in that love from another person if you're not good at that.
I'm not good at it. And there was at one point very early on, he was making me something and I was like, do you want help? I'm not good and I'll maybe fuck it up for you. And he was like, you have to stop saying that. He's like, you're not going to fuck anything up. If I need help, I'll ask for it. But like, don't be mean to, he was essentially being like, don't be mean to the person I like.
Mine doesn't like when I do that either.
But sometimes I'm just like, but I'm an idiot.
I find it to be an exorcism. And it's actually about things that are not serious. It's like when I do something clumsy, because I'm a bit of a klutz, which feels so just like outside of my own body's control. It's like I fucking knock something over. I need like 20 seconds to truly be like, you fucking idiot, what the fuck did you do? And then I'm through it. But I need to like get these demons out. And he's been in the room when it happens. He's like, that makes me so uncomfortable. Please don't do it around me. And I'm like, totally. And so now I don't do it around him. But when I'm home alone, if I do something stupid, I need 15 seconds of being like, you fucking idiot. How can you do that?
I dropped something yesterday. I can't remember what it was. And I went, well, aren't you just a dumb, stupid bitch who ruined her day? And then I started laughing and then I was like, wait, am I crazy?
I only do it about stuff that's not that serious. And it gets that feeling out of me. And then I immediately go back to like laughing and being like, God, I love myself. God, I'm so fun to be with me. You know what I mean? So like that is the actual baseline.
Do you ever alone say something to yourself that's deeply funny?
Yes.
And then you go, I'm good.
I love to laugh at myself. Aaron and I wrote a line for Megan Mullally's character that I think didn't make the movie, but in Dick's we had her sit and go, God, I love to just sit in a chair and remember my memories. And we were like, that is us.
I think it's in the movie.
I love to just, okay, good. Because I'm like, that's me. Yes. I like to just sit there and go, I remember that.
It's like, remember when I said that funny thing?
It's so good. It's fun to be in these bodies.
Right? I think I said last night to my partner, I said something and he laughed and I went, aren't I funny? And he was like, yes, Nicole, very funny. And I was like, thank you so much. That's just so funny.
People forget because again, I hope everyone flocks to the Greenwich House Theater to see the show.
Flock.
But most of why I do it is because I'm like, I could sort of do it to a wall. Like I do just sort of like to do this thing. It tickles me. And thus I want to give it to you to see if you are also tickled by it.
Yes.
But it's like, I'm not really just doing it to like, it's like, that is a part of it. But really it has to start with like, can I do this alone in my room and be like, this is funny to me?
This is funny to me. Sometimes I'll do it.
Which not every comedian works. I find some of them are like, I need to get out and test what works with the crowd. And there's obviously an aspect of that, especially in how you refine it. But I really believe I'm like, I need to be able to do the whole thing in my house and be like, that's funny.
I do, when I write a new joke, I have to have at least a line in it that really gets me good. Because sometimes on stage, I have like a couple lines where every time I say them, I laugh really hard because I think it's genuinely so funny.
And usually it's something where it's like, I've never heard anybody else say this in this way.
But then sometimes I'll try a new joke and they won't laugh and I'll be like, why? And it's a genuine, why? Can we figure it out right now on this stage?
Do you have this tendency where sometimes those jokes, I'm like, not that I want to torture them, but I'm like, I'm going to figure out how to. Or I'm going to still land it, have it not work, and then make jokes about how it doesn't work and then be like, let's unpack why I like this and you don't.
Yes.
And then get laughs from that and be like, well, that's the joke, I guess. The joke is I say the part for me, you hate it. I comment on your discomfort, and then we all laugh at that together.
I think I have a 10-minute joke currently where I said the premise at a show and nobody laughed, and I was like, we'll figure this one out. And boy, oh boy, did it blossom and grow into the longest bit ever that now people enjoy because I make them enjoy it. I was like, oh, I'll figure out a way. Yeah. Oh, you didn't like it now? You're going to like it in 6 months.
Some of it to me is like, well, if you're here for this brain, buckle up. We're going to go on a ride together.
Let's have a nice time.
Let's all get in the saddle of this id and see where she takes us.
Id?
Yeah, the id, the like, well, there's the conscious and then the subconscious, and the id's like the part below that that's like these impulses that you aren't in control of.
Oh.
I believe. I'm definitely sure I'm saying that wrong. I'm sure someone at home who knows psychology is like, that is so wrong.
You have a doctorate. You're Dr. Sharp.
That's true.
Preach on, sister from New York.
I do have a master's.
Do you?
In special education with an extension in severe disability work. How do you think I'm so good with all these comedians? But I used to teach special ed. Yeah, my master's is in autism, and I'm good with comedians.
You're great with comedians.
Wonder how.
I wonder why.
Wonder how. Also, the call is coming from inside the house. A little bit of the tism up here, too, I believe.
I feel like so many people are on the spectrum and refuse.
Oh, it's a great way to be.
I think it's a great way to be, too.
Almost every creative is, I find.
I think everybody has like, some sort of like...
Oh, this doesn't work the way everybody else's does?
Yes.
Like, yeah, that's why you do this.
Normal is so like linear and boring and small. I feel like so
normal
many people...
isn't normal.
Yeah, normal isn't normal.
Normal is weird to me.
Everyone is weird. Everyone has a little weird thing.
Neurotypical, as they'd say in the business, is like... That's the weird one to me. It's like your brain doesn't want to do all these zigs and zags like mine does. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
Is the zigging and zagging.
Your brain at 9 p.m. doesn't want to talk about Teletubbies and Labubu's. I love Labubu's.
Yeah.
I don't have one, though.
You aren't going down, 3 a.m. Eurovision wormholes on YouTube just to get to the bottom of something,
Wait, what did I look up the other night and opened my phone and I was like, what the fuck, Nicole? Oh, I was watching a Hoarders. So I was looking up the different stages of hoarding.
Uh-huh.
And boy, oh boy, level 2 is kind of crazy.
I don't know the different stages.
So like level 1 is like, oh, there's just boxes and places and you're like, oh, it's a little messy. Level 2 is like food by the bed and dirty bathrooms and mold starting. And I was like, that's level 2.
That's level 2.
And then like level 3 is like, it's harder to get into rooms and maybe your bathroom doesn't work. And I was like, how are there still more levels? Level 5 is like, you'll fall through the floor.
Oh my God. My level one is piles. I like little piles.
Oh, I have so many little piles.
Piles of paper and books. I like little piles around.
Same.
My boyfriend, who's really good at this kind of stuff, has taught me to use trays to decrease visual clutter. Where it's like, because I have this need to be like, well, I want my hand cream and these Kleenex and this weird wire and that. I need these 5 little things on that table. And he's like, well, if you put them all in one little tray, it looks like it's intentional
clutter,
that they're all
but
there.
Make it fashion.
Literally.
I love that.
It's Tim Gunn to clutter. You know what I mean? Like, make it work.
I mean, somebody could walk into my house and be like, wow, clutter. But I'm like, curated clutter.
Yes.
Curated.
Personality.
I'm having a little bit of fun.
Curios. Tchotchkes.
I love a tchotchke. I love a thing. I just bought a dinosaur purse. And when it came, I was like, huh. So where I thought I could put things, there's stuffing. And I need to get a longer strap for it because I want it to be a crossbody.
Well, those are in.
I love a crossbody.
Yeah.
That's
a dinosaur crossbody would look right on you.
Right? It's black leather. It's stunting.
Black leather in that little girl's eyes.
Black leather.
That's not even the words.
What is it? Red wild.
Black.
Red wild.
This is
black.
Good.
Blackbird and the little boy smile.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Did you see Cowboy Carter?
I did.
I loved it.
Beyonce is an icon.
I loved it.
I love Rumi. Rumi said, I'm done. We do this every night. And that is funny to me.
It's so funny. You know what is one of the funniest jokes of the show to me? When she's doing her sort of Renaissance, like, let's bring it to the ball portion again. And Honey Balenciaga comes out and all the icons come out. When Blue Ivy gets to stomp the runway,
yes.
Beyonce plays Deja Vu. That is a joke.
Did not clock that. That is a great joke, actually.
I was laughing out loud. I said that to people after. I was like, isn't that funny? They're like, what are you talking about? I was like, Beyonce played Deja Vu for Blue Ivy to stomp the runway. That's funny.
That is funny, and I did not clock it. I bet that was a Blue joke. Blue's great.
Blue's good. We've seen the doc. She's given notes.
Love that she was selling her hair care products at the concert. I was like, what, I buy my shampoo and then I hold it while I watch you?
Or put it in. Is it a dry shampoo?
I don't know. I thought it was called Creed. It's called Sacred. Just Sacred with a C.
Oh, yeah, Creed.
And when someone said Sacred, I went, oh, thank God I never said that out loud.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, oh, I want to try that Creed.
Were you ever into the band Creed? They were really big
with
for me.
arms wide open.
Middle school, I remember going on the Washington, D.C. trip, buying that CD again.
Creed.
CD, literal CD.
CD.
Because I was still coming out of a phase where I like only listened to like contemporary Christian music, and I was trying to get into secular music. And Creed was like rock music, but they sort of sang about God.
But, yeah, it's a Christian rock band.
Exactly. So it felt like they were like number one on the charts, but I was like, but I know it's with arms wide open. Those are Christ's arms.
Yes. Can you take me higher?
Nowhere higher than heaven, you know? So I was so into Creed.
Scott Stapp, I think is his name.
I think Stapp with P's, right? Maybe?
I don't
Maybe
know.
You're right.
I simply don't know, but
Mars,
I love that voice.
I'm really putting Mars to work like it's my podcast.
Yeah, Scott Stapp.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
With arms wide open. I once, during the pandemic, was with John Milheiser, my old roommate, and we put on that video, and we stood inches from the TV with our arms wide open,
video. Yeah.
singing along
That's
to it.
good.
And I was like, we got to get back outside.
We did a lot of wild stuff.
We gotta get out of here.
Do you remember Zoom shows?
Girl, yeah.
I was reflecting on this last night.
Did not do them.
Well, you'll love this. I did a couple, and at one point, especially because I was like, God, I just like need money for my art. Through a friend connection, she was like, my office, she just like worked in a normal office, was like, they're not doing the holiday party this year. So instead, they want to just have a comedian come on Zoom. Do you think you'd want to do it? And I was like, yes. And she's like, we need an hour. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to find someone else and split the time because I can't do a whole hour on Zoom.
An hour on Zoom.
And guess who I picked to fill the hour with me?
Who?
Christy Cello.
Oh.
And me and Christy did a half hour.
What a dream.
And then it went so well. I would not say that. We ended up doing like 4 of them that week. She was like, there's this other office you could do too. Me and Christy Cello went on a Zoom tour December of 2020, playing offices all over the country.
Oh my God.
To varying degrees of success. Some liked us a little, some were like faces off, silent. And again, to the point of like, I can do this to a wall. I was like, well, I guess I'm just going to say my 25 minutes out loud to me.
Wow.
Christy would be camera on laughing. and Christy would do hers, and I'd be, eating her shit up. And then we'd each take $500 and be like, thank God I'm a comedian still.
Honestly, best case scenario, just having a nice time on Zoom with a friend while other people are just muted.
I would say twice a year. I mean, Christy and I talk and still keep up, but twice a year I get a text from Christy that goes, remember our Zoom tour?
Josh, that's fucking incredible.
Well, I know better. Me, a producer, that's the best booking for that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
You're like, who's filling the hour with you? Christy Cello.
Christy Cello. She's the best. She's been on the pod. Well, Josh, I could talk to you for hours, for days, for weeks, for months, for years.
My God.
But we have come to the end.
It's the way of things.
Do you have any...
We talked about relationships enough, I
Barely.
feel.
Do you... But... this is what happens when I have friends on the podcast.
I know.
Like, it's just a nice time.
And they need that too. Also, go back to 7 years ago, listen to us browned out, probably talking about all sorts of relationship
about
nonsense.
Holes and fucking
probably
and
popping off saying shit we shouldn't have said.
Saying the wildest things. Oh, do you have any advice for single people? Jesus Christ.
Well, clip-ons, we already did that.
Yes,
but,
yes.
God, I feel like you've gotten so much advice through this podcast.
Can I just say, on Wikipedia, under personal life, it says, Sharp is openly gay. He enjoys reading.
Isn't that so good?
It's really funny.
Yeah. Someone pointed that out to me recently.
It's
That's
incredible.
all personal life. Josh is openly gay. He enjoys
reading.
Where's the lie, though?
No lie.
No lies detected.
When I walked in, you were reading a book.
Brontez Purnell, respect. You would like it.
I think I'm going to get the book. Right now, I'm reading Shards by Bret Easton Ellis.
Oh, I don't know this.
It just came out in 2023. But so far it's fun. I'm 150 pages in.
That's great.
I was getting my hair done, so it was easy to read it. but it's harder in my house to read. But I think I'm going to try to do like a morning routine where I like wake up, read a little.
Yeah. Maybe this is sort of related to the advice for single people that I feel like people have given. I mean, it's always that basic advice of like, you have to love yourself first. You know what I mean? But also to our point, it's like, maybe go out there and find the things that you get love from doing, even if they make you look stupid.
Yeah.
Not just the like, get out there and you'll meet people. Sometimes that, but I think like by making yourself a person who wants to go and take a pole dancing class and do all this dumb shit, you open yourself to the universe for that person to come in your life.
Yeah.
And you put yourself to be in a position to be ready for it to happen.
And you're just more interesting because you do shit.
Also that, I just feel like it's not like, I feel like sometimes people that think that advice is like, join a club so you meet somebody. It's like, join a club so you're the type of person who people want to meet. You know what I mean? It's like, I do think you have to like do the things that are like, I love this. I'm figuring out who I am and what I love and what I want to do and what I want to be. Because one, just I do in a witchy, she sort of way think like you open yourself to the universe. But I also think you become the kind of person that attract other people.
Also, if you're socially awkward, guess what? You get your reps in when you talk to 2 people from the class you take.
That's so true.
You know, once a week.
That's so true.
And you can like step out of just talking to your coworkers or your like the couple of friends that you have or whatever. Like if you don't have a robust social life, that's how you get more people involved. And then you're just open for possibilities.
Also, don't forget, being in a relationship is good if it's a good relationship.
Yeah. And
relationship,
when it's bad,
I was going to say, like, being in a relationship is not the goal without going, tell me more. And I think sometimes single people, which I know it can be just feel lonely, but it's like, you got to remember you're trying to seek the thing. One, there's parts of being single that are fucking great. Yeah. Especially if you've built a good network of friends, which should be the work you're doing. But it's like being single fucking rules.
Yes.
So enjoy those parts and know that like the fact that you don't have a relationship isn't a failure. We know so many people in relationships that it's like
that they're fucking miserable.
Get out of there, girl! You know?
Molly, you in danger, girl.
Thank you.
I have some friends where I'm like, ooh, girl.
Yeah. So I do think that's a thing to remember is like a thing's good because it's good. So find the good parts of your single life, lean into those, explore those, and then hopefully that will lead to the relationship. Josh. It'll make you happier in the meantime, and it will make you attractive to other people.
I love that. Where's this shirt from?
I got it at a thrift store.
It's
but it's
nice.
like I think they're called Guayabera. They're like Cubano shirts.
It's nice. I like it.
Every time any one of my friends who's like of Cuban descent, they're like, my grandpa has that. My grandpa has that shirt.
It's a great shirt. It also looks light and good. It's hot today.
I know. And actually, I wore another T-shirt sort of for you, this T-shirt I have that says, I heart your wife. It's really good. I'll show you. But then a woman at a coffee shop gave me a coffee without the lid on correctly. I did this all the way down.
She hated your shirt.
She hated my shirt. And so then I changed. Thank God I packed this because I truly was just like, it's so hot. I might need to change if I get sweaty. But I think the universe was leading me to this shirt
Yes,
anyway.
because it's fabulous.
Thank you.
Love it.
You can borrow it. Like my clip-ons. Have it.
Don't mind if I do. I'll put it right on my thigh.
Have it.
Do you have anything you want to... Wait, would you date me?
Yes, absolutely. We would have so much fun.
I think we would be psychotic.
It would be crazy. I do think if we dated, it would have to be open.
I think it would also
not
have
just
to
for
be
sexual
open.
reason. I just think we'd have to be times where it's like, this is too crazy. Can you go do this with someone else for a minute?
Our neighbors would hate us.
Oh, yeah.
I think they would be like, it has to get a little quiet at some point.
I know. But you know what? I think we'd know that, and we'd be the people who are like sending over a coconut cake every Friday. We'd be like, I know I'm annoying, so here you go.
So here you go. Here's a coconut cake.
Yeah, I think we'd have a good time.
What would you like to promote? Did I ask you that?
Well, I've actually already done it too many times, but I'll do it one more time. Josh Sharp Ta-da, now running at the Greenwich House Theater of Immersive Sweeney Todd fame in New York City, July 7th through August 23rd. Tickets are on sale at joshsharptada.com. Thank you for coming. I know you'll love it. Great place to take a date. The West Village. Have a martini. You're Carrie Bradshaw.
Yes, walk by Gay Street.
Literally.
Which I think is just so fun. Are you watching it just like that?
It just started, right?
Yes.
The new season? No, I need to.
I haven't watched it.
Me neither, but I can't wait to.
I also cannot
I love it.
Wait.
Literally love it.
Same.
Period.
Same. And I just watched the whole series again, and then the movies. And I think the movies...
I love both the movies. People don't want to have that conversation.
The movies are so funny to me.
They're
because
perfect.
The show is called Sex in the City, and they leave the city.
They leave the city, and they just go full like 0.1%. They're like, what if it's just sort of like apartment porn? Carrie goes in her closet and it is like the size of a 3-bedroom.
Truly.
They just let these women be.
Truly.
They let these white women be these white women.
I have a theory.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like the first canon for me is seasons 1 through 5 in the middle of 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a different canon starts the middle of 5 into the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think a different canon starts with And Just Like That.
I think you're right. And really even a different canon is like season 1 where they're still like, what the hell is the show?
Yes.
And then like 2 through 5 becomes like,
well, I will say
the girls are slumming it, wink, wink. And then 6 through movies is like, we ain't slumming it.
We have
Y'all know
so
this.
much money. Carrie goes to Paris and wears a fucking thousands of dollar dress to go to sleep in.
And then now the newest canon is like, Steve's falling apart in death because he's 51 years old. It's like he's 1,000.
He's
like, Miranda, what?
I can't hear you. What? Miranda.
I think he's 2 years older than us. It's as if he's the crypt keeper. I just love it. I love it. So anyway, I got to watch.
All right. Well.
Actually, that's what I want to promote. And just
like that. Coming to Max, soon to be HBO Max again.
Let's say this. Let's make a plea. Michael Patrick King. I did an under 5 on 2 Broke Girls. I bet you did at the time.
I didn't.
Oh, you never did?
No.
But I bet you've been in his universe.
I haven't.
That sucks.
Let me in and Just Like That, please.
Let us be a couple. I want to play a straight couple.
We could be the new iteration of Nathan Lane and his wife.
Oh my God. Because that character's dead, which sucks.
Yes.
To have learned off screen.
Yes.
They mentioned it just like, oh yeah, and he died.
And he's
like, really?
gone.
Yeah, we should be the new where I'm straight and everybody's like, he's straight. And they're like, of course this woman wants to date this fashion.
You said it, not me.
And I will again and again and again.
If you like this episode, because we're done, you can give me 5 stars. But
what if I have more to say?
On Apple Podcasts. You could keep talking straight through this. I don't care.
All right.
Also, if you write me something, keep talking. If you write me something nasty, hitting on me,
you're doing a great job,
to
Nicole.
Why Won't You Date Me podcast
to
at
watch
gmail.com.
You work like this, it's really
Mars
beautiful.
will read it, and then she'll put it on a piece of paper, and then I'll read it. This says, hi, Nicole. Hi, Mars. Hi to whomever is the guest this week. That would be Josh Sharp.
Say my name.
Nicole, I've been re-listening to some episodes of Best Friends. Recently, the one where you got upset with Sasheer for not believing that you could make it into Cirque du Soleil. Well, don't worry. Your own best friend might not believe in you, but I do, which is why I wrote this message. I want to do all sorts of tricks with you in front of a live sold-out crowd. First on a trapeze, you'll be defying gravity. I added that. As you swing across the arena while I swing with you with my face in your sweet, delicious kitty cat. Then you'll hang from the lyra, and show your flexibility as you squirt your precious juice all over.
Thank you for honoring how precious her juice is.
It is precious.
It is precious.
And I'll be selling it. No, just kidding. Fly across the entire venue. It would be nasty as hell. We do a tumbling act together as we cover our bodies in your precious fluids that you expelled earlier. Finally, we'll end the show as we juggle sex toys to each other. And as a trick, I'll turn on the switch for one and then toss it straight into your hole. You'll finish the performance with an aggressive orgasm that shakes the whole stage. And then we take our final bows. We'll show everyone who didn't believe in our Cirque du Soleil dreams. From Chris.
Wow.
Thank you, Chris.
Chris is a producer. That was a well-structured
That was beautiful.
act.
And they believe in me, and that's lovely.
That's lovely.
Oh,
thank you,
Chris. Well, that's it. Signing off from Los Angeles, California. It's Nicole Byer and Josh Sharp.
2 farmers saying, good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. May your crops be merry.
As we always say on this podcast, good night and may your crops be merry.
That was a HeadGum podcast.